Hi there, welcome to my channel. Today I will be showing you how I created this card using this stencil. This is called the Adjoining Moon Stencil and it's from A Colorful Life Designs. And here I am using the moon on the left of the stencil. And this stencil also comes with masks, the coordinating masks for the moon. And those were what really inspired this design in the first place. So you can see I first laid down some of that yellow. I believe it's lemon sorbet, and that is from um, Catherine Pooler, and I'm using this little Sidekick shader brush from Trinity Stamps. And then I go in with the yellow, or sorry, some orange twist, and then I switch to a smaller shade brush. And this one is from Honeybee, it's size 5, and that helps me create these kind of eyeball flecks or lines, and I use Merlot for that because it's kind of like a brownish red, and it's very deep. So I just add in those kind of flecks like an eyeball has, a real eyeball. And um, again, I was inspired by the stencil, how those masks just sort of came together. It reminded me of an eyeball. And that put me on to this, fandom of, the famous book and then the famous movie, this is the Eye of Sauron, which is like an eye, an all-seeing eye, I guess, that is portrayed in the movies and in the books. So here I am just adding in more color. This is Cranberry Fizz. And then I go into I think this one's Flame that I'm putting in here, yellow, or sorry, in orange. And again, I am, sorry, like a red orange, which is the Flame. And I just, again, keep adding those flicks of color, those little lines, and kind of just blend it all together by layering and layering and layering. It does take quite a while, so here I am working on the left side of the eyeball. And, being a fan of those movies and the books from a young kid, that just popped into my mind. And every time I looked at this stencil, I just couldn't get that idea out of my head. So I just knew I had to create it. And there are many, many different ways to use this stencil, as with all of a Colorful Life stencils and any stencil you buy. You can get inspired by anything and use your stencils in a different way. And that's what I love about the versatility of stencils. You can use them a multitude of ways. And so I keep using the colors that I end up using are Merlot, Cranberry Fizz, Flame, Tutti Frutti, Orange Twist, Orange Peel, and I think Limoncello again. And sorry that this is off, out of frame a little bit. I think I eventually pull it up a little so you can see it better. And I sped this up quite a lot because it does take quite a while layering and layering these colors. So like you see, what I did was I moved to the other side of the moon and I lined it up so that it would be a complete circle, like an eyeball. And what that creates is that center kind of slit for where I will put in the black. And the black that I use is Distress Black Soot. And again, I'm trying to blend out where at the top where those the stencils create kind of like the line, and dropping in those lines of color just over and over, switching between the different colors to get a better blend. And it doesn't, again, it does not have to be perfect. It just has to, resemble kind of like the what's that part of the eye called? An iris, I guess, using, oranges, reds, deep brownish red, which is like that Merlot. It's like a wine red, thus the name Merlot, I guess. But yeah, so anyway, going back to the fandom, I grew up watching and reading, and I just have always loved this particular J.R.R. Tolkien. And what this shader, the Sidekick brush, it's new from Trinity, and it is like a super soft brush. So it really lays down like a soft, really blended out layer. So you can see how you can get some of that real nice color dropping in there with those shader um, Sidekick brushes. And the bristles are on an angle as well, so that's good. And same thing with this one, the black one that I'm using from Honeybee Stamps. It is also on a really nice angle, more crisp angle, so I can get those fine lines. And again, you can see I kind of had a big kind of glop of red on the side, which ends up being fine. It does not have to be perfect, but it is, it does take a while to do. I'm not gonna, let's be real. It does take a while to do. And here I am again, trying to blend out where those at the top, where those two layers of stencils overlap. So that you don't see that it looks more, blended out, and you don't see that crispy kind of line going across where the stencils overlapped. But, this is great for, oh, and then I use the masks and I add those in because now I'm going to create the background. And again, I'm using it because I have, this eye kind of is like a flame going out. So you see the eye, and I pulled up a Google photo for reference. So I did use a Google image as a reference to get like the colors that I wanted to use and kind of how it looked. And then, like I said, I put the masks on so that I can kind of get those yellows to create like the halo of the light that the eye is creating. And then I'm going to drop in that black soot into the center. I'm sorry, our neighbors are doing a big honk. Saturday morning, I am doing this voiceover, so people are out and about. And then I'm just removing that mask again, cleaning off the masks, and then going in from the edges and going in with those oranges, the same colors that I used for the eyeball, and then going in. And this would make a perfect, Halloween card, or for your fandom lovers, anyone who loves that particular, like the genre or the fandom. And there are a lot of them out there. My whole family. So, I'm not sure which brother is going to get this. I think I know which brother, but I'm going to surprise him and send this for his Halloween, a Halloween card. So again, here I am just switching, and I'm using what brush is that I'm using? I think this is a, oh, yeah. Okay, this is I use a bunch of different types of brushes. That was from the Rabbit Hole Designs. And then what I did was I downloaded a font because I didn't have a stamp and I wanted it to say, I've got my eye on you. So I downloaded a font, printed it off on my computer, and there we go. That's the card. I hope you love it. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you.